Pixar is back at it again with another animated film. Isn't it ridiculous when people say that animation or cartoons are just for kids? People who say that are definitely missing out because animated films are also for adults. They are basically curated for all people from all ages. They are for everyone and anyone. And if you're an adult, animated films will definitely bring the kid out of you. They'll even possibly give you great life lessons. Just like this new Pixar film, Soul. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Flick and Chips, where we talk about your favorite movies of old and new, good and bad, and basically any genre under the sun. So stick around if you want to learn a thing or two about your favorite films. If you're going through some existential crisis, or you're just unhappy at where you are in your life right now, you'll most likely relate with the film's main character, Joe Gardner. Today, we'll be analyzing his character, which includes his desires, his flaws, conflicts, and his overall character development throughout the film. We are going to dive deep into his soul. Get it? Soul? Anyway, let's get started. Like any person going through an existential crisis, Joe seems to be a little lost in life. The film starts off with him orchestrating a bunch of kids for music class, and boy were they unsynchronized. The sounds that they were producing were far from heavenly, but he seems to enjoy teaching them anyway. But the thing is, he was not aware that he enjoys teaching music to a bunch of kids. In fact, he seemed unhappy about where he was and what he was doing. When the principal told him the good news that he finally became a full-time employee for their school, he wasn't exactly enthusiastic about it. But his mother was. Well, you see, his mother did not approve of him doing gigs for the rest of his life. She wanted him to pursue something stable, something that would bring a steady income. Basically, she wanted something practical for him. But Joe did not want to be practical. For him, it's passion over practicality. Music is his life. It's the thing that keeps his soul burning, and teaching music to kids just doesn't cut it. Or so he thought. He desired to do more with his life. Now, desire is the very thing that motivates any character of a film or literature to impose change in a circumstance that they are placed in. Desire is the reason behind any character's actions and decisions. The main character, Joe Gardner, desired to be able to live his life playing jazz for people and making a name for himself in the industry. That's why he was ecstatic when he got the gig for Dorothea Williams Quartet. But he got way too happy about it that it led him to fall, like literally, into an unfortunate accident. And this accident caused his soul to be separated with his body. Take note, he's not dead. Yet. According to a famous screenwriter, Aaron Sorkin, in the topic of script writing, somebody's gotta want something, and something's gotta be standing in their way of getting it. And that unfortunate accident was that thing that stood in Joe's way from fulfilling his character's desires. But Joe was determined to escape from death. You can say that his great determination is one of his good characteristics. So you know what he did? He literally ran away. His soul was about to transcend to the afterlife, also known as the Great Beyond, but boy, he was not having it. He was like, nope, I ain't gonna die yet. Joe was determined to bring his soul back to Earth. And we can't blame him to react this way, because he just got a gig that would possibly change his life forever. Like, he'll finally be able to fulfill his desire to become a full-time jazz musician. His life is finally starting, but now he's somewhere between life and death. So I guess his determination to escape death is justified. And Joe being Joe ended up in a place where he shouldn't be. He somehow ended up in a U seminar, formerly known as the Great Before. It is a place where young souls are developed before they go to Earth to become humans. When he was mistaken as a mentor at that place, he met number 22, a feisty and cunning young soul who doesn't seem to be as motivated as Joe to go to Earth. He was tasked to help number 22 earn her Earth pass, but seeing that number 22 doesn't want to go to Earth, Joe made a deal with her. Number 22 agreed that she'll help Joe back to Earth by giving him her Earth Pass. But first, they have to earn that Earth Pass. So they did everything just to get that Earth Pass. But nothing was working. Nothing sparks joy for number 22. But Joe was not giving up. He realized that if he died now, his life would have been for nothing. His life would have been meaningless. At least that's what he thought. So his desire to be able to play with Dorothea Williams' quartet still stands strong as ever. He's determined to go back to Earth and live his life. But since nothing was working on number 22, they just found a different way to get Joe's souls back to Earth. But when they did, something wrong happened. Yes, Joe did end up going back to Earth, but his soul was not exactly where it should be. He ended up being in a cat's body. And guess who ended up in his body? Number 22. And boy, was she not delighted. A soul who didn't want to be on Earth is now living on that very planet. Now, they're on this journey of getting Joe's souls back to Joe's body and number 22 back to the U-Seminar. But, of course, it wasn't easy. When he wasn't getting what he wanted, his frustrations and flaws became evident. At some point, we can see how Joe became too obsessed with having this fulfilled life that he had always dreamed of, to the point that he spiraled doing a series of selfish, ignorant decisions and saying harsh words that would affect number 22. Even if he got his soul back to his body, and even if he was able to play with Dorothea Williams' quartet at the end, he still felt like something was missing. He thought he'll finally be happy when he gets to play jazz on stage with that amazing band, but he still wasn't happy. And you're probably wondering why. Sure, he finally got what he desired for all along. That's basically what motivated him to go back to Earth and go through all of that. So, why did he still feel empty? You see, humans in general think that happiness is about getting what you don't have. But the truth is, happiness starts when you could finally appreciate the things and the people that you already have in life. If a person chases after something thinking that it would give him happiness, that person will always be chasing after something for the rest of his life. He won't be able to actually live in the moment, to be present. And that's what Joe did not realize at the start of the film. He was chasing after this dream that he lost sight of the life he was living in. Joe thought that his life was utterly meaningless, but really his life was already so fulfilled. He had this loving and caring mother. He was actually really passionate about teaching music to kids. He savored every bite of his food like it's his last meal. He was already living a fulfilled life, and he just didn't know it yet. But by the end of the film, Joe was finally about to realize what a fulfilled life really is. He realized that a fulfilled life is not about accomplishing more, becoming famous, getting recognition, and whatnot. Those superficial things do not make a meaningful life. Life will only be meaningful if one starts to really, and I mean really, live it. It's by appreciating the smallest things. It's by being present. His character development was definitely a roller coaster ride. And along the way, we were able to identify his desire, his flaws, and the conflicts that pushed him to do what he did. By the end, Joe Gardner went from having this, I'm so unsatisfied with my life mindset, to this, wow, I'm going to live every minute of my life mindset. Do you see now how animated films can connect to an adult audience? What's your favorite animated film? Let us know in the comment section down below. And that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. And we'll see you soon in the next one. Take care!